Sure. So this is how we greet in Nepal. If you go to Nepal or if you have been to Nepal, then you know that we all say namaste. When we meet someone, when we greet them, and even when we are about to depart, we say namaste and then we depart. So it's very okay to say someone namaste in the morning. It's equivalent to your shalom. So you can say them anywhere. So shalom to people of lowest place on earth from the highest place on earth, Mount Everest. So Nepal is a land of temples, not now, but it was said like 10 or 20 years ago in Kathmandu, in the capital of Nepal, there are more temples than the number of houses. Well, right now, due to urbanization, we have a lot of houses, but in the past, like 10 or 20 years ago, we had more temples than the houses. But however, even now, the number of like gods have still outnumbered people in Nepal, population-wise. A true story. So Nepal is the land where Lord Buddha was born. It's a land of Kumari, the living goddess. And we don't have just one Kumari, we have more than 3 Kumaris in Nepal. Kumari means living goddesses. So it's a land of living goddess. We worship these goddesses. So you can see beautiful mountains, which we call Himalayas. So in the globe, where is Nepal? So Nepal is right there, between India and China. So this is height of the land, which goes from 70 meters. Nepal is not just mountains. We have very low-lying land, not as low as Dead Sea, but yeah, 70 meters is pretty low. So from 70 meter low, we go to 8,848 meter high. So 17% of land is Tarai, which means flat land. So we have 17% of land flat. We have 64% of land which are hills, and then the mountains cover 19% of the land. So we are asked a lot about the flag of Nepal. As you can see here, it's triangular in shape. That's the only flag in the world which is not rectangular, it's triangular. And we have been asked the meaning of the flag itself. Our flag itself is full of meaning, full of symbolism. The blue border stands for knowledge, wisdom, honesty, and peace. Red is color of bravery. The moon, it's peaceful and calm nature. But then, the sun again stands for aggressive nature of Nepalese warriors. Some of you might have heard about Gurkhas. So the red symbolizes the sun, the wrath, the aggression. And when they come together, it means the Nepali people are calm, but then when attacked, they can be very violent. And then as long as the sun and moon stay in the sky, Nepal and Nepalese existence will ever last. So that's what this flag symbolizes. This is the national flower of Nepal, rhododendron, which we call laliguras. Our ambassador is wearing the emblem right now, so that's our national flower. This is our national logo. You can see the rhododendrons are there on the two sides. There's a flag of Nepal. We have mountain. We have green hills. We have flat land, and we have the map of Nepal. And towards the end, you can see a woman's hand wearing bangle and a man's hand joining together, because we give equal importance to man and women and believe that only when man and woman come together, then we can build this nation. And at the end, it's written Janani Janma Bhumishta Swargadapi Gariyasi, which means mother and motherland are superior even to heaven. So that's our national bird. We call it Dafe in Nepali. In English, it's called Himalayan Munal. It's the national animal of Nepali cows. 80% of Nepali follow Hinduism. So for Hindus, cow is very sacred. That's why many Nepalese won't eat beef. Like 80% of Nepalis don't eat beef. The remaining 20% do, including me, because I'm not Hindu. But lot of Nepalese don't eat beef. So it's a big issue for them. We have been often asked about the climate of Nepal. Ambassador also said in the beginning, we have these climates. We have Basanta, which means spring. We have summer. We have monsoon. We have early autumn. We have late autumn, and we have winter. Well, we have often been asked which is the best season to visit Nepal. We believe that except for monsoon, you can go anytime. However, we would recommend spring and late autumn to go there. And spring and late autumn are also considered as the best season to mountaineering, which you're not interested in doing, and so am I. I'm not interested in doing. So for you can go anywhere, any season except the monsoon. The monsoons are terrible there. So the flora and fauna, Nepal, like its people and like its ethnic community, we are home to a great variety of flora and fauna. World's 2.8% of flowers are found in Nepal, 3.72% of butterflies are there, 8.9% of birds, and 3.96% of the mammals are there, including the yaks. So we are also home to 6,391 species of flowering plants. We have a lot of birds there. We have 848 species of birds in Nepal. And butterflies, oh, don't get me started on butterflies. It's beautiful there. There are over 500 species of butterflies in Nepal. We have a lot of mammals there. In Nepal, you can see a lot of national parks there. We are home to 185 species of mammals. So let's see about the people of Nepal. So these are the faces of Nepal. If you have noticed, here even the embassy officials, we have different kind of faces. Half of us look like Indians, half of us look like Chinese. So we have diverse faces in Nepal. So they are basically the people of mountains. They are people of hills. And these are Nepali attires, like the clothes of Nepal. So these are worn by people in the mountainous region. Since it's very cold there, they are warmly attired. These are the clothes worn by people in hilly region. And these are the clothes worn by people in Tarai region in the plains area. So it's a bit open, it's a bit wide. Let's talk about festivals of Nepal. Festivals of Nepal are very interesting, and like I said before, most of them we fall on the same time like Israeli because of following a lunar calendar. We have Dasai, and again one of our Dasai holidays are always ruined by your Yom Kippur because they fall together, and then we don't get two holidays, we just have to take one holiday. So it usually falls on the same day of Yom Kippur. I've been here for 4 years, and that's been happening from the past 4 years. So Dasai is the festival. We like I said, we have very interesting stories behind all of our festivals. So Dasai is the festival where we believe the good triumphs over evil. And on this day, our elders, those who are older than us in age, they put tika on our forehead and give us blessings. So this is one of our favorite festivals, Tihar, which is Festival of Lights, like your Hanukkah. We recently had this. Tihar is not just one day, but we celebrate it for 5 days. And this festival actually celebrates bonds. Bonds we share with animals, bond we share with birds, bond we share with our brothers and sisters. So on the first day of Tihar, we worship crows because we believe that crows bring good news. So we worship crow on day 1. On day 2, we worship dogs because we believe that they are man's best friend. They are faithful, they protect our homes and property. So on the second day, all the Nepalese worship dogs, and the Nepal police, we have our police force, they have canine unit and they make a really big celebration about it, which is the picture down there. So it's very interesting. On the third day, we worship cows because we believe that cows give us milk, nourishment, so they are equal to our mothers. So on the third day, we celebrate cows, and on the same evening, we worship Goddess Lakshmi, the goddess of prosperity and wealth. So we light our houses on the third day. So on the fourth day, we worship oxes because in the past, when we didn't have modern technologies, the oxes were used to till the land. So as a gratitude to this animal, we worship oxes on the fourth day. And on the fifth day, we celebrate the bond between brother and sister. We call it Bhai Tika. So these are two children putting tika. So it's a bond that celebrates the bond between siblings. And we also sing and dance during this festival. So these are singing and dancing. Singing and dancing is a very integral part of our culture. So in most of the festivals we sing and we dance. This is the singing and dancing festival also. So Buddha Jayanti, like I said before, Lord Buddha was born in Nepal, and he attained enlightenment, and he died, which we call, he attained nirvana on the same day. So we celebrate Buddha Jayanti, the day when Buddha was born. He attained enlightenment and he attained nirvana. So this is one of the major festivals for Nepal. Well, we have Gai Jatra, which is again another. It's a fun festival, but then again it has a very deep philosophical meaning. It was said that once in Nepal there was a king, and he had a queen, and they lost their son. So the queen was depressed. She was very sad. She didn't come out of mourning for a long time. And the king thought about it, and the king came up with an idea. He asked his people to organize a procession, and he said that whoever have lost their loved ones in the last year, they bring out the procession, be a part of the procession. However, sing and dance on the procession. So the procession was held, and he called the queen and he showed, see, these many people have also lost their loved ones, and still they are laughing, they are dancing. So you're not the only one who has lost the loved ones. So when the queen saw all those people and still they were laughing, they were dancing, they were living lives, she realized that death is inevitable, and it happens in all the households. She's not the only one who lost her loved one. So it brought her out of her mourning, and she started living a regular life. So since then we have been celebrating Gai Jatra, which is a procession of death, but at the same time it is celebration of life as well. So on this day, if you see on the top, there are people who are taking a procession. Those are the people who have lost their loved ones the last year, and then they dance, they laugh. Even like in the past, when Nepal was under autocratic rule, that was the only day when the rulers let people make political satires, make political commentary. So it's a very interesting festival that brings forth the reality of life that's full of death and full of celebration as well. So this is another very interesting Nepali festival, which I can see majority of you are women, you would be interested in. It's a festival only for women. It's called Tej, and this is the day we all the Nepalese women are decked in red, because we consider red as a color of happiness as well. Our brides don't wear